Friday the 26th of August, and welcome to another daily trading analysis video. Now today we have to be extra careful because Janet Yellen of the Fed is going to be talking and the market is already a bit shaky. Okay, now as you know, we were short on the euro dollar from up here, we followed it short again from here, and today, as you can see, the market yesterday picked up, so we have to be very careful. And if you have a trade open on the euro dollar, you need to be mindful because today it might go choppy and it might actually change direction depending on that news coming out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some lines here technically. As you can see, this is where the market is, and within this range we're going to see what happens. Now if the euro dollar breaks out, obviously it's going to start going long, so that puts into trouble if you still got that short open. As you can see, I've got a short open here myself, so by the time that Yellen speaks, if this by any chance comes down, I'll be looking to close that off, and if it doesn't, I'm going to be really putting some tight stop losses. So if the market does move and get choppy, we're going to be out of this trade with a very minimum loss. Now let's take a look at the dollar franc. So the dollar franc is in the opposite case. Let's take a look at that now. This is a 4-hour chart. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, we have this upwards channel occurring here on the 4-hour chart, and also on the other hand here, as you can see, we have this channel which is still okay. This is still, as you can see, loyal to that resistance. So we can get rid of that.
Or was it Ali that I sent it back?
Let's get this out of this range here, and as you can see, that line, that resistance line, is still valid, and the dollar franc in that downwards move still could follow all the way down. Alright, so just be mindful on that one. Let's expand this a little bit. So today what we have to do is to make sure that we're on the dot, okay? Because when Yellen starts talking, like I said, it's going to be a bit choppy. All right. So let's see what happens with the dollar franc. So just be mindful on your positions today if you have them open. Now the dollar yen. I drew this yesterday. I'm expecting an up move on the dollar yen, but like I said, that up move still hasn't eventuated. It hasn't happened yet. And as you can see, the market keeps selling off at this resistance level here. So what we're going to do is just make sure that we're ready for the news and mark the ranges of the market so we don't get caught out. So this is a sideways market at the moment on our 1-hour chart. And as the market starts getting to that news, it's going to be a little choppy here. If you have an open position, okay, which we said, if the market has the potential to go long, okay, as you know, when we had that breakout, it did go up, but not significantly. It just touched this resistance level at 100.61 and then kind of went all choppy within this. Now, as you know, sideways market are a little dangerous, so what we want to do is make sure we don't trade in between here, and just keep your trading in between there, and we'll see how that happens. All right. Let's take a look at the pound dollar. Now the pound dollar kind of pulled back, okay, and then it's now going sideways. Also, this is going to be dependent on the news. Let's make a few new lines on this. Well, what we're going to do is, let's see, draw a few more lines and get our direction right. As you can see, with the pound dollar, we're in this sideways range, okay, kind of like, it's a big range there. As you can see, this is from 1.2780 odd to all the way up to 1.3020 region. So that's a big range, and we definitely want to trade in that if you're a pound trader. So what we're expecting with the pound is either we're going to go south when Yellen talks, and let's see how that might turn out. And what we'll do, this is the channel. Yep, that's the channel. Okay, so as you can see, the market's staying loyal to that channel there. As you can see, what will happen is possible move up and a possible move down when Yellen talks. Okay, that's the kind of scenario you want to keep up with. So draw your lines just like I did here, and then what you can do is you can follow that through. An up move and then a south move is looks like the way to go with the pound dollar. Let's take a look at the dollar Canadian. Now, as you know, I don't look at the dollar Canadian a lot, but that doesn't mean we can't trade it. There might be an opportunity here. Now, this is the daily chart. Daily chart, what we've got is a few things we can utilize definitely here to see how things can eventuate. Okay, as you can see here as well, we have a triangle, which is very cool, because the good thing about a triangle is if a triangle breaks down, you can go down. If it breaks up, you can go up. Because this is the daily chart, it's also a strong one. What we can expect is this: if the market comes to these lines here, we can expect to buy and go long here, and see how that trade eventuates. If it breaks, then all the better. Then you know you've got a really solid direction because the market's already trending down, as you can see. This is the daily, so the dollar Canadian has been falling for like quite a while, since the beginning of the year, and now this is just like a sideways kind of period for consolidation, and now this might go south all the way. So in our 4-hour chart, it's definitely worth watching and evaluating where this might go. Also, if you draw your lines just like I did here today, what you can do, just follow them. You know, you can keep these lines on here, and as days go by, when you see that the price comes down here, you know what to do already. Okay, let's take a look at the gold, and let's see. Now you remember that I drew this triangle as well beforehand, so you can see the market moved down and all the way down because that triangle now broke. So this asset still has room to come down from here to here. It's 4,397. So from there to here, 4,397. Let's measure that. Yeah. Okay, so 1,295, which is a logical level. 1,295 is going to be a target for the market for gold. Alright, so that's not a bad spot either to follow gold down to. And finally, let's take a look at oil. Oil is in a sideways move, as you can see, but let's see how that's going to work out. The thing you can do with oil is follow it to this trend line. As you can see, okay, this is a trend line from the bottom of the kind of up move, and then have this oil come kind of down here, and from here start picking up buying long again, and that's not a bad way to go actually. Also, you can see that the market kind of built a support level here, and that support level is quite relevant, so we might just see see this Brent oil bouncing off from here and taking off, especially if it's like going sideways and sideways and sideways and comes to this area here. This is good to go long from this point onwards. Now today we're going to have a live session on Facebook. We're going to have live streaming with Lewis and also with Andrew, who's with me today, sitting right across, watching the market with all his attention as London starts to open soon. So what we're going to do today, this afternoon, we'll have a technical analysis on Facebook, doing a live stream, and also we'll do our previous one with Lewis in the trading area, so we can take a look at the market and wrap up the week and see what Yellen says for today. Have a great weekend already.